Ladies and men that watch, we are beginning the journey. So I'm at the airport.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Traveling on Jetblue Flight 1028
I got
from
here
Fort
early.
Lauderdale.
I got here
We
very
would
early.
like to
I got to
inform
fix
all
this
departing
ring. Well,
customers with
I
disabilities
got here,
only
let's
for an
see, my
emergency
flight
evacuation
doesn't
of the
leave till
customer.
about 3 hours. So I got here about 3 hours early. And the counter or the airline that I'm flying on, they wasn't even open yet. They didn't open till 2 hours before I fly. Hey, Audrey, 2 hours before I fly. But anyway, it was very easy, very laid back. Not a lot of people in the airport in general. I'd be surprised if the flight is full at all, unless people are just coming later. But it is Monday. It is what is the, like, we're in
Jetblue is scheduled for the
October.
customer.
So, it's
Jetblue Bureau
probably pretty,
contacted
not like a high
11
flying season.
C/D and
But it was
23
very
due
easy.
to
I mean, it was
precipitation
very
and
laid
lightning
back.
on
It was
Thank
so
you.
easy. Like that's May Miami be as easy. When I'm going through the what you call going through customs, which I'm sure it will be. But actually, I never have a problem with security and customs, especially since I've got some gray in my head. And a woman, I noticed that. So yeah, but anyway, traveling is fun. It's very laid back. The hour before I left, about 2 hours before I left the house, I sat on the porch or the balcony at the house on Warren Cocoa Road, and I promised tomorrow I'm gonna do a video with both
JetBlue
links to
advises
both
us to come
of
home
the
via
Airbnbs
customer board at the
in
time
Trinidad
for
as
our
well as
agenda.
in
Once again,
Tobago
we
as
would like
well.
to
Okay,
remind
so because I
customers
need
to
you to
hold
stay.
back
This
and
is
continue to
excellent, excellent
avoid.
references that I can give you. But the family that I was with in Trinidad, they were like, you were the best. You were the best. You were wonderful. Like they couldn't say enough. And I'm supposed to be reviewing them. So how cool is that? And I feel the same about them. And the husband wasn't there. He was so upset. He missed me by 1 minute when went to the airport. But I met I love taking this TT ride share. When you do go, just remember to download that app. You can get it from the iPhone App Store. It's called TT Rideshare. Just jot it down somewhere just in case. And then when I do the retreats, of course, I'm going to get all that information for you because it's excellent. The service is excellent. I took it twice already. It was recommended to me by the host family. When I say excellent, just intelligent young brothers. Listen, y'all, us older women and men, we are in good hands. Our young people are way ahead of the game. I love talking to the people. The first guy that I met when I was taking to the ferry when I took the GT ride share, he was from Barbados, but this brother was from Trinidad. And he was talking about traveling and how, people come to Trinidad. He advised them, he said, forget the Hyatt and all the fancy hotels. Don't stay there. You'll never meet anybody. Because Trinidad is not that, many people told me this. They're not like Tobago. They're not so great on the tourism. I think they rely on Carnival, that's when like the place where tourists from around the world come, and mostly I think from white countries or European countries, and then Trinis come to Carnival, Trinis go to Tobago, so they're not really like that tourism thing. They don't have it. The brother was saying that you go to St. Lucia, you go to St. Vincent, you go to Grenada, they got that tourism down. Tours, things to do, very together. He was just talking a lot. I mean, he was so intelligent. The one today, he was a
Good
youngster,
afternoon,
probably in
ladies
his
and gentlemen.
30s.
May I have your attention, please? JetBlue would like to welcome customers to
He
Group
probably
A
was in
before
his like
heading back.
30s, and he
Group
was,
A
hey
customers
Diane,
must sit with
thank
an equal
you.
space
He was
if you are not
so cool.
welcome
I
on board
love
flight
the young
1028
people of
from
Trinidad. The
Lauderdale.
30-year-olds, y'all are the millennials, and I'm just so proud of you. And he just, y'all, is do I track this? We were just talking about travel, how, don't go in no hotels. He said, even the resort, he said, go find families to
JetBlue
stay with.
scheduled
He
for
didn't know that I was doing this. Well, he figured that.
begin
He said,
once
find
again,
families,
ASAP
Airbnb,
taxi
talk to
destination landing
people.
on the
That's
customer.
when you're
Thank
gonna
you.
have the real experience. Other than that, you ain't had no experience. Don't lock yourself up in no damn hotel and don't get with people. He talked about his own Trinity people. He said, and I think about Trinities too though. He said, I gotta say, I hate taking a bus in Trinity. Everybody's so quiet, people don't talk. He said, you go to every other Caribbean country, people be talking. He said that, yeah, Trinities, they're kind of stiff. And I always say reserved, like I say, but Tobago not, very warm, very open. Not that they're mean, they're just a little reserved. Like I noticed that too. And I did notice on the buses, like they're kind of quiet, so it's hard to have a conversation And he was like, no, you're not dreaming. You're not exaggerating. Like, it really is. Like, I will kind of force people to be, I'll be like, how are you? Good day. Now I got to realize when I be thinking that the Trinis is kind of snobbing me, he says, no, that's kind of how some, not all are. But he kind of, it was nice to hear a Trini's perspective who has traveled through other islands about the Trinidadians and how, he says he recommends Tobago too for the warmth, for the love, for the generosity. He loves it. He said he knows his country well and he loves it, but he travels and he wants to get other Trinities. He was going on and we was having a great conversation back and forth. We took each other's numbers on WhatsApp. He said that's how you meet people. Half the places he went was people he met that came to Carnival, or when he was on his travels in other countries, in the Caribbean, or even at the airport. Like, and really, you meet them when you go to their country, you say, I'm coming in. Now, maybe you don't necessarily stay with them, but they link up, they show you around. He's right, like, this is how you have successful travel. And he said, but the thing, so then we started talking about going to Africa, both of us. And he was like, oh yeah, I want to go to Nigeria. I would love that. And he said it, y'all, so I'm going to just, my Caribbean folks. He said, but the thing is, there's too many people here that don't want to believe they black. They don't know, they don't want to say they black. They Spanish. I was rolling, because I used to tell people that too. Black is me. He said, come on, if you here and you black, you from Africa. We were brought here, like he was just, y'all youngsters, my girl Chrissy, this brother I met today, the Barbadian brother I met the other day. I think if we want to listen, it's the youth that brings change. It's not us old heads unless we just so different. We can give guidance, but they are knowing who they are. And that thing that I wanted to see, because I grew up too where I would meet Caribbean people from various different countries, and y'all, I want y'all to chime in, Caribbean folks, because I want to know what y'all been told so we can have a dialogue. And they used to always say, I'm not black, I'm Jamaican, I'm this, but it was very simple, I'm not black. And he was like, what the hell? He was like, but the new generation, y'all know who y'all are, Caribbeans. Y'all know that the struggle is the same for all of us. And I just loved hearing his enthusiasm. He would have been nice to turn on the camera and just let him talk. He talked fast, he was young, it's gonna come together. I think that racism and white supremacy really has taught us that we are one. And I think that Caribbean folks have also, in a sense, gotten their wake-up call that nobody look at you as nothing but black, and and what's wrong with that? And he was talking about connection to it. He was like, yes, I know people from the Caribbean, we from Nigeria, we can't even deny it. Like, he was saying the things that black Americans would always say. And he also talked about, because he is part Jamaican, one parent Jamaican, one parent Trinidadian, but he was born in Trinidad. And he was talking about, he said, wait, you want to talk about the black presence, you want to talk about the African presence in the Caribbean. He said the same, you got to go to Jamaica. You're going to go to Jamaica. You want to talk about the most Africans, you got to go to Jamaica, which we know, like, I love that. And I'm like, I'm ready for it. He's like, if you got it, I got family there. Like, so we got to change those numbers. So when you go in, you can have an authentic experience. You don't have to be trying to go through the tourist traps. And I loved it. So it's funny that this is what I was teaching my class yesterday. I talk to people all of the time, but it's about that confidence. If you want to know more about that conversation we had, you can still join the course, $97. It started yesterday, but it's on replay too, so you don't miss a thing. And I really hope that you can come in, because we're having some real dope conversations. I know, but the double's gone. Okay, talking to this moth, I think. But anyway, yeah, y'all, so it's exciting. I'm loving it. There's no one, it's very little people if you look around. It's not a lot. It's quite quiet, actually. But then that's Trinity people. Trinity people. I think that's why, I was thinking about this, that's why Trinity people go off during Carnival. That's why they just let loose, because they're a little not loose. Like, I noticed that too. It's I say reserve, but then you can't say that. You met that young guy who's fun, my girl Chrissy, but overall I did get that opinion, like, but Tobagans are more open, like they just different, but it's not one worse than the other. It's just, I like my Trinity friend said, well, the guy, that's my friend now, by the way. My Trinity friend said, the cab driver, that he said they the most reserved people out of all the Caribbean. Now, I also heard Barbadians are reserved too. Tell me if this is true or not. I don't know, but I understand Carnival now. Trinity needs Carnival, because y'all need to let loose, and that's where you get to do it, so I get it. But yeah, I had fun. Yeah, we had a great conversation. He was so sweet. He said he went to Fort George, Maracas. He's like, oh, you've been everywhere. I was like, I've been here enough times. He was like, yeah, I can tell the way you move through it. Like, yeah, I've done Trinidad, and I love it. And when I come back again, though, he talked about the same thing other people mentioned. Go to Toco, different vibe, countryside. It's the countryside. It's a different culture too. So I love the cultures within cultures. And it seems like every time we got to be with ourselves near the sea, we maintained our culture. You know, I think that the myth that we don't like to be with each other is just that, a myth. We love to be with each other. And I think in a lot of ways we preferred it too, especially coming from and being enslaved and then finally being able to, slavery being abolished and finally being able to, you know, govern ourselves. That I think that we were always proud of that, and I'm finding that in most countries that I go to. Why wouldn't we want to? It's only in, I feel like sometimes, you know, my country, but that it feels like it's wrong. But it's not just my country. It's a lot of places that make us feel like that. I don't know why that damn thing say that when I just, oh, I don't know. Oh, yeah, that's odd. But anywho, hold on one sec. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, I got a little hot there because I ate that dang. The last two doubles that I had slight pepper, but it wasn't slight, y'all. She went in there. She went in on that dang pepper, and I am burning up because of the dang pepper. So like a menopausal woman really should not eat peppers, spicy foods. Look at me, look at me, y'all. I done got like basically naked because
Group A,
hold on, y'all.
B, C, D, and E, 954.
Hold on, y'all. This is real work here because the girl is flashing, okay? Flashing. And I'm all, yeah, I'm stuck. Okay. All righty. Whew. I know I got a fan. Where's my dang fan? Lord have mercy. I am here flashing away because I didn't have the dang pepper sauce. That's why y'all should never let me do pepper sauce. When y'all see me buying a double, say, don't do the pepper sauce. Just yell. Just yell through the screen. Because now I'm suffering here because I don't have the dang pepper sauce, but never leave home without my fan. Ooh, child. Okay. Yeah, so there we go. No pepper sauce when you're in a menopausal woman. But yeah, anyway, it was beautiful. He was telling me the beautiful places to go in Grenada. It was the first place he said, always look for the clues. If I could say that on a spiritual level, always look for the clues. If you thought about a place and you wanted to go and you just happen to meet somebody or you're in a taxi and somebody mentions that country or place, that means it's for you. It's the ancestors trying to tell you they're trying to get your attention. Like, yes, Grenada. I couldn't listen, y'all. If I did it right, and I had planned it before I even went. You know, I gotta start planning. There's nothing. There's nothing wrong with planning. Like I should say, that's in my mantra. My mantra. There's nothing. I'm so rebellious that sometimes, you know. But there's nothing wrong with planning. And he was talking about that. I can plan it. I could have planned this. I could have said, okay. I didn't even think about the Tobago because I could have really did it right. I could have did everything from the U.S. I could have said a week in Trinidad, a week in Tobago, and then a week in Grenada, or however way I would have wanted to do that. I could have did that, either way, or Grenada first, or either way, I could have did it, and yeah, it would have been great because he told me it's only 200 U.S. From Grenada to Trinidad, and that's not bad, and I'm going to, yeah. But anyway, I'm going to do it better next time. I'm going to come here, and then I'm going to go to Grenada, and then I'm going to end it in Tobago, and again fly back out in Trinidad. If I do it, when I do one of those 3-week ones again, I'm going to do it like that. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be smart because that's going to save more money. If I'm going to do a 3-week trip or a month trip, unless I'm dedicating myself to one country, that's fine. Like Tobago, I need to stay for a whole month. It's for other reasons. But let's say I was doing a 3-week trip and I know I want to hit all 3 countries and I'm here for 3 weeks anyway, that's how I'm going to do it. This way I still get after 3 weeks to go home to the States, but I don't have to keep paying all that money to go back home and come back. I'll just hit all 3 in a row. That's what I'm going to do. I'm very excited about that. So yeah. So anyway, this is just things I'm thinking, but it's a great trip. This is going to be a wonderful flight home. I can tell it's going to be very easy. I loved flying this year. time of year because even coming was easy, wasn't a lot of people, it was a nice, easy ride. Like that off-season flying, that's good in every way. It's good as far as airport, security, and the security was just laid back here. It wasn't all hectic. Like it was great, but it was funny, you know. And I know they asked that. Let's say so. You know how you first come in, and you know, okay, I done checked in, I done did all that. So now I'm at the counter. I even went to the kiosk and I did my self check. So all I gotta do is basically drop my bag off. So it's an Indian brother, Indian guy at the counter. And he says, "How are you, Miss Goodson?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm fine." He's like, "I want to ask you, what did you do? Can I ask you what did you do when you were here in Trinidad? In Trinidad, like you know, like that question, like what I do. You know what I told him? I said I lived my fabulous life. That's what I did. I went to the beach. I had a good time. I was living life. Like he looked at me. He started kind of laughing too. Like, what do you think I did here? Like that's what I did. Like I was. He's like, oh yeah. I was like, yeah. You want to know what I did? I said I went to Tobago too. Let me tell you, I went to Nylon Beach. Oh, Nylon. I was like, yes. Like, are you trying to like ask me what? Like, is this some security question? Like, I didn't understand the question. Like, I just wanted to say, what else was I doing here? I was living a fabulous. He did. He said, may I ask you what you were doing here when you were here? Well, it was like this, and I was like living a fabulous life, enjoying myself, living my best life. He didn't know what to say. I threw him off. I threw him off. He was like, oh, okay. And before he could ask questions, I said, you want to know where I stayed? I stayed on Morn Coco Road. You know what? I stayed with a host family, and it was marvelous. And when I was in Tobago, he couldn't ask no more questions because, I'm sorry, wait. He couldn't ask no more questions, y'all. He couldn't ask no more questions because I had all, I just, what else you want? I had a ball. That's what I did. I wanted to say, what about you? Then I turned around on him. I said, do you get out yourself? What you do? I know you work here. Do you get to see Trinidad? He was looking at me like, okay, well, cool. He said, you know, I've been a few places. Where you been? He probably wanted to get rid of me then. After that, he probably saying, look, I'm trying to be serious here. But anyway, it wound up being very funny. So that talking and just being herself and like throwing people off. Because you know what? I don't worry about no security, nothing. I ain't doing nothing wrong. I ain't doing nothing wrong. I ain't doing nothing wrong. I'm an honest person. I have nothing. I don't break a law. I am a law-abiding citizen to every country that I go to. So when you ask me what I was doing, and I said living my fabulous life. That's what I told him. Because he gave me a serious, you know that serious look, man, I asked what you were doing here, what I was doing here. I was living my life. What you doing here? Oh, it was wonderful. It was a wonderful, wonderful thing. Okay, so anyway, hey, Yapa. Thank you. Happy landings, beautiful. Thank you, Virginia. Hey, Lisa. I hope you have a safe trip. Thank you, darling. Marilyn says, peace, Lisa. Peace, family. Safe travels. Thank you. Diane, thank you for the safe travels. Renetta, hey, girl. Miss Jewel Rosa, hey, Lisa. Much respect and love. Thank you. D.R. Nolan says, Queen, you look so beautiful and so different. I'm so happy that you have been blessed to experience what the ancestors wanted for you. Oh my God, that's so right on. Thank you so much. Hey, enjoy your trip. Thank you, Joyce. Beauty and all says, have a safe flight. Thank you, Joyce says, safe travels. Have a safe and wonderful flight. Thank you, JC. Or just says, who are you talking about, Lisa Clark? No, I'm talking about, girl, let me tell you, I'm talking about what love the nose, Julie says, some people want to insert themselves when you're vibrating high. Tell that energy to get off and get back. Yes. Audrey McLean says, Lisa is probably talking. Yes, I was. I was talking. I was talking about the TSA because you know they like to ask you these questions. I didn't know what this question was, so and it was like the guy at the counter, but it was that question that you would ask like a TSA question. It really was, and he was like, "Oh, did you go to the counter? Like I done checked through everything. I done did the kiosk. Like I'm just giving you my bag." So he did that thing. He's like, "Can I ask you what you were doing here?" I said, "What was I doing?" I looked at him. I said, "What I was doing? I was living my fabulous life." Yes, TSA. He looked at me like, oh, that's what I was doing. So you want to know what I did? I said, let me tell you what I did. Oh, I was just like this. I said, let me tell you what I did. I was in Tobago. I was on the beach. Have you been to the beach? I've been to Nylon Beach. Oh, Nylon. Yes, Nylon. I said, well, yeah, because I would say I was living my best life. He was like, okay. He asked me. I told him. I didn't know what else to say. I told him the truth. I told him where I stayed, who I stayed with, how long I've been coming. I was coming for, it was after a while you could tell. He was like, damn. Like I was like, and I'm gonna tell you where I went. Oh yeah, and I've been here before. Oh yeah, I got family. Oh, so you have family here? I said, well, you know what? It's like family. You know how that is. You know people so long, it be like your family. Oh yeah, he couldn't say nothing to me. I had him. I had him. I was like, so you have a nice day. He's like, okay, you too. He's like, what's wrong with her? It was a great question. See, he don't know. I really answered the question like it was. I was full of life. Like I was. That's what I was doing here. He was like, oh, okay. So yes, yeah. Thanks, Joyce. Says no problem, Audrey. I meant no. Yes, girl. I was like living my best life. And when he asked me that, I didn't understand the question. I was trying to figure out what I done went through all this. I done paid for my dang ticket. I did the right thing. I went to the kiosk. I filled out the little form you had. I did everything. I waited till the thing opened. I followed the rules and went around a little circle thing. So I was a little surprised that usually I find when I don't know, do they? I don't remember them doing that. Like when you get to the actual counter. They don't usually ask you like those TSA questions, but maybe they do because the TSA actual person didn't ask me a thing. So maybe he do it now first. But I sure did say. He said, "What you did while you was here?" I said, "I was living my best life. I was having a goddamn ball. Do you want to know? Let me tell you everything I did." I gave him the rundown. It was so good. It was very lovely. He laughed. He smiled. He was into it. He was into it. He figured out like, oh, okay, she's different. She's different. I said to him, I said, yes. He said, okay, I hope to see you again. I said, I've been here 5 times. You might see me again. I said, I'm an expert at this point. He's like, okay, you go down there. I said, oh, yeah, I know. I wanted to say passport heavy, baby, passport heavy. Okay, we know how to do this. So I never worry about those things because I ain't got nothing. I'm not doing nothing stupid. I'm not stupid. I'm not stupid. When you're black, don't be stupid while traveling. Nicole, hey, Nicola, hey, sis, I caught you live when you leaving my beautiful Trinidad and Tobago. Yes, I'm so glad you enjoyed it. I had a absolutely amazing and wonderful time in my home because Trinidad is home to me and everybody else knows it. And I love the people that hosted me. Shout out to Molly and Reggie because you are to the bomb. If you are watching this video and your beautiful granddaughter who gave me a hug, she gave me a hug. Let me tell you, these Trini children love me because I love them too. I'm filled with joy. Trinidad and this trip and the relaxation of this trip and the hominess, like you meet your family everywhere you go. It's not like you think you just picking an Airbnb. No, you picking your soul family, people you have ties with, and ties is not always negative. When you talk about soul ties, it's not, it's positive. And so when you meet all the children, that's why they all fall for you. But Trinidad, to be honest, it brings out the best of me. It brings out the best of me. I didn't know I was going to even say that. Trinidad brings out the best of me. I know that my Louisiana side, that's probably where my Trinidadian flash is over. That's probably where my Trinidadian thing comes in because I feel like it just brings out the best in me. So I'm comfortable here. I feel like a Trini. I feel like a Trini or a Tobagan. I've never like it's coming home. Like y'all should hang with me because I wouldn't be scared, and I probably know a few places and a few teams too. So like that's a great feeling to confidence. We talk about confidence. Traveling builds confidence, and going to the same place and living like he was saying. Don't come here and stay in these resorts. Live like the people do. That gives you confidence because you know, and then you got street smarts, and it's fine. It's fine. I'm very happy. This was good for me. It brought my joy full force to the front. And I love that. So yes, thank you for having me in your beautiful TNT, Nicola, Candace, and all my other TNT sisterins. And I'm going to get Black Americans to travel to Trinidad and Tobago. Both of them are they're different and they're wonderful. And we could have doubles and rotis. See, when I do a retreat though, I'm gonna have somebody that can cook. I mean, we're gonna have our doubles and rotis and we're gonna do all that and get the best foods. But I'm gonna have somebody that's gonna cook our food for us, that cooks that traditional, delicious food, whether it's rotis or doubles or it's kuku or kalaloo, I'm gonna have it. Like I know what y'all want and I feel like I could deliver it. Like I feel confident that I can do a dope retreat in Trinidad as well as Tobago. But I'm going to Tobago to stay a little longer so I could get the idea of this very special. I want to know, do they have some type of protection or some type of way that the country, some type of like status that makes them there's a name for that. And I don't know the political term, and I got to find out. I just need to know more about the politics and what they're dealing with and what they're up against. And because it's a town, it's a country that it's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. So I can't feel like I know you're gonna love Tobago, and I know the people that sign up for the Tobago retreat is gonna be those folks that's ready for that deep, amazing, beautiful experience. But no stress, the love. That's another thing he was talking about, the way the Tobagans love on you. He said, that's real love, that's real love, that's real love. Like that is true. When Mr. Sandy, if you're watching, hey, and Crystal or Volga and your wife, when he kept saying, don't worry, when you want to go if you want to go out to party, I'll take you, and you call me, I'll pick you up. When you want to go to eat, I'll take you. I thought, I didn't, when first I was like, oh, that's nice. And then I was talking to the cab driver, I was like, but he was serious. And he said, I know. He said, first you'd be like, you're a little scared, like, really, they're going to do all that for me? Because, you kind of not used to it. It's genuine love. As the Trinity say, genuine love in Tobago, genuine love. Trinities know, like that's the one thing I never heard Trinity talk bad about Tobago. I have not heard one Trinity talk bad about Tobago, not one. How about that? So I need to do a little more so we can do a different retreat there. And I got some other ones coming as well. I got some others. I'm gonna get the Spanish down. So as the next few weeks progress, you're gonna see me really on my Spanish, going to the library, studying my stuff. I'm back in the flow. So it will no more be good day or good night. It's gonna be hola. And I'm excited. I do love Spanish. It makes me feel good. And going to a Spanish-speaking country, I can't tell you, I'm a little excited right now. I'm scared, not scared, that normal scared feeling. I'm nervous because it's like, oh no, I'm going to South America. I'm going into a country that only speaks Spanish, for real, for real. But the tour I'm gonna take is actually the tour is in Spanish or English. You could have either one. So, woo, woo. So when we do the tour, I can take you on a tour, you can take pictures, you can film it. In my particular country, that the ones that don't know, they'll find out tomorrow. So stay tuned for tomorrow's video while I announce my new country. And stop guessing, y'all. Okay? Let's see. Yes, that's right. Thank you. Diane said you shut him down. You thought he was fixing to start some mess, huh? I didn't know where we was going with that one, but I was like, let me tell you what I did. Like, just in case. He was like, okay. It was beautiful. Sheila says, hello, Lisa. Thanks for taking us on your excursion. Thank you. You're the best. Oh, safe travels. Thank you, darling. Candace says, hey, Lisa, I'm glad you enjoyed my beautiful island. Candace, I love your beautiful island, and I want to thank you for having me. Yes, you can do a wonderful retreat. Tobago's for rest and relaxation. It really is. Hey, Queen. Cree 8V, I love it. You have some beautiful marinated skin. Oh, thank you. Your makeup and your beads look wonderful on you. Thank you, darling. Hey, ladies, sorry Wi-Fi, but she was a Carib, is my girl, Chrissy, and she makes it. This is her design, and I love her so much. And when I do my podcast, she's gonna be my first guest, because I think you'll like her. I think you would like to know more from her. She shows you, that's why I said the young people, they're showing you, she's woke as F, ASF, like she's woke, right? And I love her. I love her. I love my position in life as a woman. Like, I love that it's my job to make sure that the young queens are being seen, that the young queens are being exposed, that y'all could go to her channel when she starts to have them and just give you more. Look, I don't have it all, but if I can find other people that can fill in the gaps and really relate to in a different way, I'm bringing them up. I got much respect for that sister. That's why she knows when she talks, I listen, because she has a way of saying it or bringing it out or making me even have to think. And that's why I hang out with people like that. Hang out with people that make you think different, make you think a little harder, make you think more critically, make you come out of your own comfort zone. And Christy does that for me. And I really love that. Much respect to that sister. And Ariel as well. I wish that she could have came on the camera, but it's okay. And Sherelle, I love you, Sherelle. Sherelle made the other beautiful earrings. You'll see it when I get home. But I'm loving the way our future looks good. We always so negative about, oh, these kids, oh, these young people, where the world gonna go? No, these young people got it going on. These young people is taking us in another direction, and they woke way earlier than we were. And I'm just very, very proud to be where I am, sitting in this seat, knowing who's gonna take the reign and who's gonna do the work that, and do it in a sense better, because that's what each generation is supposed to do, better than the last. And I'm loving that this connection between black people around the world, we're not allowing accents or territories or nationalities to separate us anymore. We are embracing the oneness of our Africanness. And just, I get it. And people feel like they want to say it to me, because to them, I look like somebody that might actually like myself. So it's not, I would never, no negativity. It's so much good in the world. And it's so, I tell my friend Clyde all the time, Clyde be going, well, yeah, well, that's not gonna never happen. And politics, I said, stop right there. Clyde, the young, it's not about us. Don't worry about it. Our opinions don't even really count that much. The best we can do is give them guidance and assistance and get the hell out the way. That's the best we can do, 55 plus, 50 plus. They got this. They need us to say, well, we've been down this road and we can tell you some ways that you can do it, but basically, what's your idea? We need to listen and understand they know who they are. Social media has changed that. Black Lives Matters and everything that's affiliated with that movement, not necessarily even have to be Black Lives Matter, but the idea that's not just a slogan, that they actually do. I think the young people have grown up into that. And we as older generation, we don't really have to tell them about the kind of discrimination that we might have faced. They're still facing it, but they are dope. They are dope. I'm very proud of the young people. Yes, like that was one of my very eye-opening, things. That's why it was very important for me to bring Chrissy on for y'all, because I wanted you to hear for yourself. If you don't know, like what Trinidadians be thinking, I think she told you. I think she said it. That sister's high powered. So yes, that's right. Hey Goonies girl, where you been? I did a Spanish learning program where I lived with a family in Costa Rica. It was a great experience. Costa Rica is on the list. That sounds so amazing. Good luck with learning Spanish. Thank you, Goonies. Canson says, hey Lisa, send me your email address so I can send you some Trini recipes. Oh, how nice. I love it. I live in New York and I can send you some Trini herbs. Oh, I love you. I promise I will. And spices as well. More will be sorrel, etc. Oh yes, I need your P.O. box up. Great. Candace, so email me at the Blackberry, Berry is Berry, beauty@gmail.com. That's the blackberrybeauty@gmail.com. Please, because I would love to get those recipes. And like some sister was saying, we can make them together on camera. Patreon group, we're about to get all that too. Because I love Trinity food. I love it. I had fun. I think I ate my way through Trinidad. What y'all say? Did I eat my way to Trinidad? But then my friend Clyde was like, no, but you didn't have this and this. I don't think I had the pylori. One of you told me that. I didn't have the pylori. But that's like street food. I didn't have a lot of African foods either yet. But I will. I will. But the best food, my newest discovery this trip was the cuckoo. Cuckoo, where have you been all of my life? The cuckoo, specifically with the callaloo to me. Got the cuckoo with the callaloo. I had callaloo before. I never had cuckoo. It's just, I don't know what to say. It changed my world. And I'm so mad, I'm so sad. I'm gonna miss the Blue Food Festival. Did I tell you about that? It's the Blue Food Festival. Somebody mentioned it in my comment section. It's the Blue Food Festival. It happens in Tobago, and it's a celebration of what? Dasheen, really all the root vegetables. And they're gonna have dasheen ice cream, dasheen pie, dasheen like skin products, dasheen or root blue foods, a whole festival, and it's happening this week in Tobago. And y'all know I am the root girl. Like I love. It makes me whole. It makes me whole. So I'm excited about that. Yes. Okay, good. Thank you. Yeah. So we're going to do that. So join the Patreon, y'all. When I get back, I'm going to start, posting my videos again. I want to give you special recipes. I want to give you stuff that I can't tell you on here, that it has experiences that I've had that I don't tell anybody because you got to be ready for it. Yeah, really, especially, there's even one in Tobago that, me and my girl alluded to on a video yesterday, but yeah, it's a good life, y'all. We in a good life, a good time, and I'm gonna inspire every last one of you. Where's your passport? Where is it? Go dust it off. If you need to renew it, go renew it. Whatever you need to do, get a passport, get it stamped, and start living your life. It's gonna change the way you are, the way you relate, your personality, the way you connect. It does something. And I encourage everybody to go somewhere, especially leave the country though. What level do I need to be on for Patreon? Don't want to miss anything. No, see, Audrey, you got a good Audrey. You joined it. You joined it before it was the levels, so you get all the videos. You don't have a limit to how many a month. You and a lot of y'all got to join, so y'all just get all the videos no matter what. But when I come back home, when I get in the States, I'm gonna have a schedule for the uploading, so you'll know on like Wednesday, every Wednesday you're gonna get a video, just so it could be more like not random. Yeah, when I sit down, and I will, we'll have a schedule, and I'll have them done where even if I'm traveling, they're automatically gonna go up because you can do that too. So yeah, so you in it. Got minds fresh and new. Yes, yes, Queen. So yes, ladies. I think we see people coming. You want to see people? Are you coming, people? There's a few people there, but not a lot. I think it's going to be a good flight. It's Miami. Miami is the hub. So if you're going to fly to the Caribbean, you're probably going to come to Miami. And I don't know how many hours I got in Miami. I can't remember. It's 2 or 3. I can't remember. That goes so fast, especially Miami, because so are you familiar with the process of when you're doing international traveling? And when you're coming back into Miami, of course, you're going through security, so that's going to take a while. But when they give you that layover, they give you enough time. And then you got to actually go to, after you get through security, you got to go to a place where you're going to have to pick up your own bag. And then they might ask you questions. They might even check it. They might not. And then you put it on the conveyor belt, and then they take it off. So they take it off the plane like I said, they might, because I think they're scanning it again as well. And they might open it up or whatever, but no big deal. And then that's it. After that, have a seat and get on home. So, and from Miami to my final destinations, I think it's like 2 hours and 12 minutes. So 2 hours goes fast, but this one's a good 4 hours. 4 hours is great because I'm sleepy. So I'm gonna go to sleep and get some rest. But yeah, I'm happy. I'm looking forward to being home. Feel like a long time. And yeah, life is good. All right, y'all, I don't want to waste too much power. I'm gonna go plug this in. I'm just regular socket. When you get to like Miami, have those stations where you can actually sit and have charging stations. But Piarco's a little, it's a little, I won't say old-fashioned, but it's not, yeah, it's good. It's good. It's got regular sockets. Okay, that's all I'm trying to say. All righty, y'all. Have a beautiful day, and I will see you at the next destination, which will be in Florida. Excuse me. All right. I love you. Have a beautiful one. Peace.